That's linking chokes. We can do the same with arm attacks. You've probably more options with the arm attacks because when you're just attacking the choke, the neck's such a small area. When you're attacking the arm, you've got 3 joints, shoulder, elbow, and wrist. So you have a longer joint. Okay, it's only one neck. But Carl has got 2 arms, so I can be attacking either arm. So you do have a wee bit more options when you're attacking the arm. So we've covered all the arm attacks, near side armbar, far side armbar, Chimera and the T-Chimera. You can just use your imagination. Also in the chokes, we just scratched the surface. I only linked 3 or 6 chokes, 3 different flow drills, but you can use your imagination. Let's look at when we were hitting the near side armbar. So again, we talked about in week 1 of this mesocycle, we can play the knee on belly from an attacking position, but also from a hybrid position, a defensive position. So from side control in week 1, I won the cross face. My hand grabbed the pants on the far leg and I moved into, looks like side control, but I have a knee on belly position on Carl. The strengths of this position is I can start to use cross face pressure. Carl will probably be framing on the inside. Usually, not all the time, but usually when you introduce the cross face, they're not so much pushing on the knee, but they're actually trying to push you away. Just what's the make, bro? So we're here. So we talked about when we were looking at our first arm attack, if I feel Carl's right arm, his inside arm, his elbow is away from his body, just to get away as he pushes, yeah, and keep it up, yeah. So I can put my hand on the mat and fill that space, okay, with my shin. Switch to the wrist, and then I can step over, and we have that near side armbar. Remember we talked about how I wanted to stay parallel, not perpendicular, or otherwise he's hitchhikering. The other thing we talked about was I was making a grip at the hip, okay, and then I was staying tight. So that was when we were playing around that as an individual move. The problem with the near side armbar is when you go to get it, percentage wise, it is a little bit hard to catch on better players, because once they start pushing to create space, he'll be bringing his elbow back. And then it's a race. Can I get my shin inside to make a wedge to stop him bringing his elbow back? And even if you do make the wedge, say got to here, and Carl's pulling that elbow back, sometimes that can be difficult. You can lose the profile as you step your foot over his head. Does that make sense too? But notice when he's framing, he's pushing with 2 hands. If you use good cross-face pressure, more than likely they're not pushing you with 1 arm. They're pushing with 2. So when we chain our arm attacks together, we can now switch to attacking this arm, and we're going to look at that inverted arm lock, Udigatami, which we covered last time. And then he can defend that in 2 ways, which gives you your belly down arm lock or your omoplata. So let's take a look at that. So let's just say from our hybrid knee on belly position, I make the cross face. Arm comes across to the far leg. I start putting knee pressure. Carl's starting to push away. If he doesn't push, I just start putting cross face pressure on him. He wants to push me away. So from there, yes, if I feel I can put my hand on the mat and fill that space with my shin, go for it. That's an option. But sometimes when we're here and he's pressing on me and I start to fill that space, and I've noticed now he's kept his elbow tucked, okay? My hand just swims in, push down in the head, and as I sit back, notice the way Carl's flat on his back, I'm going to basically bring him on top, and I move into my Udigatami position. Again, when we were teaching this, it's not the highest percentage because I don't have the control of his arm, but I wanted to get that bite, pinch with my right ear to my shoulder, find the elbow joint, and we have it. But Carl can defend it. If he turns his arm in, it's belly down, which we covered. So again, from that position, I'm going to go belly down. My right foot is coming over the back of his head. My left comes underneath. And then I fall onto my side and I have it from here. If Carl decides to roll, we talked about catching that leg. And then I can bring my other foot over And now I have it as well. Catching the leg stops him getting back to his feet again, which gives him more mobility to escape the arm lock. Let's look at that again. So, from our side control position, I start to work the hybrid knee on belly. Charles framing. Maybe I start to move in, and he's brought that elbow down. So rather than just going back to square one, if he's still pushing on me, I have the underhook. I step over his head and just sit back, shrugging this onto my shoulder. Notice the way one leg's over, one leg's in. I'm trying to find the elbow. So Carl can turn his arm in two directions. Take it back. He can bring his elbow down, which gives me the belly down armbar, or he can bring his arm back, which means my foot's coming off his head. I find the elbow, and then it's just about coming forward into my omoplata position. Make him carry your weight, and then I can reverse, make the wedge, and I have it. Or take it back a step. We're here. Notice the way my leg is over and this one is on the inside. When he turns his arm the other way and it comes off the shoulder, I need to replace my left foot with my right. And I like to bring the other one inside. Okay, so as I fall down onto my side, I have it here, but more than likely he'll roll. And when he does, I catch that leg. I don't want him standing up. And then I can bring the other one over. And then we're in. One more time on that. Or maybe we just get the bite straight away. A lot of this is just playing around with it. You don't really know where you're going with it until you just get that reaction. So say I play my hybrid knee on belly. Carl starts to push away. Maybe I'm quick enough to find the sleeve and fill that space. All right, I've got my first grip in, but now he's just ripped this back, if that makes sense. But notice where this arm is. You know, yes, head and arm is there. We're going to be looking at next time. We can switch between chokes and arm locks, but just keeping it on the theme of still attacking the arm. When Charles' arm's across my body, there's my underhook. Okay, I just need to step over his head, and as I sit back, I'm shrugging this onto my shoulder. I'm looking to find that elbow. I'm looking to attack the Udigatami, but then he turns his arm. So from there, it's come off my shoulder. I just go belly down, replacing my right foot with my left, and my left's coming under his body. Just fall onto your hip. You will finish from there. He will roll, catch the leg, other leg comes over, and there from there I can do that to my body. Or, if he defends the other road, you have your omoplata. So, from our hybrid knee on belly position, he starts to frame. Maybe I start to try and attack near side, and his elbows to his body. Anytime this arm is framing on me, we're just underhooking it. Okay, step over, come back. As I start to get into this, he turns his arm to defend it. And you can see Kamira's there as well. But we'll keep it simple. So from there, if you have difficulty extracting your right leg, we talked about this last time, you need to change your angle. Okay? Notice the way I'm perpendicular to Carl. For me to free my right leg, I need to get parallel. So I just turn my body and arch my head away. I like to control the tricep. So now as that comes out, two legs forward. Find the hip. Legs come back. And then from there, make him carry your weight. Make that wedge. Walk back to put tension in the limb. And then I just move forward. Okay, so let's...